I do not fear death. I have been dead for billions and billions of years before I was born, and had not suffered the slightest inconvenience from it. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level, and then beat you with experience. Noise proves nothing. Often a hen who has laid an egg cackles, as if she had laid an asteroid. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to reform or pause and reflect. The difference between the almost right word and the right word is really a large matter. It is the difference between the lightning bug and the lightning. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you, too, can become great. Find a job you enjoy doing, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know because I've done it thousands of times. Worrying is like paying a debt you don't owe. Nothing that grieves us can be called little. By the eternal laws of proportion, a child's loss of a doll and a king's loss of a crown are events of the same size. Never argue with a fool. Onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. Never allow someone to be your priority, while allowing yourself to be their option. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. Grief can take care of itself, but to get the full value of joy, you must have somebody to divide it with. If everyone was satisfied with himself, there would be no heroes. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. There is a charm about the forbidden that makes it unspeakably desirable. If you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you. This is the principal difference between a dog and man. It's better to keep your mouth shut and appear stupid than open it and remove all doubt. The proper office of a friend is to side with you when you are in the wrong. Nearly anybody will side with you when you are in the right. Of all the animals, man is the only one that is cruel. He is the only one that inflicts pain for the pleasure of doing it. In the beginning of a change, the patriot is a scarce man, and brave, and hated and scorned. When his cause succeeds, the timid join him, for then it costs nothing to be a patriot. Every time you stop a school, you will have to build a jail. What you gain at one end you lose at the other. It's like feeding a dog on his own tail. It won't fatten the dog. What gets us into trouble is not what we don't know. It's what we know for sure that just ain't so. A banker is a fellow who lends you his umbrella when the sun is shining, but wants it back the minute it begins to rain. It is better to deserve honors and not have them than to have them and not deserve them. The trouble is not in dying for a friend, but in finding a friend worth dying for. The best way to cheer yourself is to try to cheer someone else up. They did not know it was impossible, so they did it. Let us live so that when we come to die, even the undertaker will be sorry. Loyalty to country always. Loyalty to government when it deserves it. Who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but who does not ask remains a fool forever. Be careless in your dress if you must, but keep a tidy soul. A clear conscience is the sure sign of a bad memory. A lie can travel halfway around the world, while the truth is putting on its shoes. A half-truth is the most cowardly of lies. A man is never more truthful than when he acknowledges himself a liar. A man's character may be learned from the adjectives which he habitually uses in conversation. I have found out that there is not no surer way to find out whether you like people or hate them than to travel with them. Comparison is the death of joy. Education, the path from cocky ignorance to miserable uncertainty. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. When people do not respect us, we are sharply offended, yet deep down in his private heart, no man much respects himself. Get your facts first, and then you can distort them as much as you please. Always acknowledge a fault. This will throw those in authority off their guard and give you an opportunity to commit more. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. After all these years, I see that I was mistaken about even the beginning. It is better to live outside the garden with her than inside it without her. Clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence on society. I am an old man and have known a great many troubles, but most of them have never happened. I was gratified to be able to answer promptly, and I did. I said, I did not know. The only difference between a taxman and a taxidermist is that the taxidermist leaves the skin. The only difference between a taxman and a taxidermist is that the taxidermist leaves the skin. The man who is a pessimist before 48 knows too much. If he is an optimist after it, he knows too little. The man who is a pessimist before 48 knows too much. If he is an optimist after it, he knows too little. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it. Everyone is a moon and has a dark side which he never shows to anybody. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. If you do not read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you read the newspaper, you're misinformed. Which quote did you like the most? Share it with us and write it in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.